Hey, it's Quinn James. How's it going? Oh, shit. I think we got somebody in the green room. I was supposed to come on at 9. Came in early. Shall I set in the green room or we bring him in? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you all the way from Canada, which is the cool apartment above the meth lab. I give you Pack. What's up, Pac?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I hear a little buzz.
Okay, hang on.
You turned off. You turned off the metal zone pedal, huh?
I got 3 of them. I stack them.
Nice.
Never have enough metal zone.
With the bass all the way up, the treble all the way up, and the mids all the way down, baby.
That's right.
Now, Steve just sent me a message. Apparently, his daughter gave him the funk or something, so he's not feeling well. So.
Yeah, I like the advance notice I get. I think I got 12 minutes this time.
That's about time. I was somebody gave me a cheater code for some like movies and TV shows, and I've been binge watching Sons of Anarchy for the last 2 days. And the good thing about it is, you can kind of skip through all the bullshit relationships, and let's just get to the shooting people stuff, okay?
That's a good series, man. I really dug it. Hey, Kush Manny, how's it going? Papa Blues in here. Dr. Kramer, Dartboard, hey, everybody.
Dude, I think my right eye is blowing. I think I don't know.
When are you doing the chop?
It's supposed to be Monday. Now,
there you go.
Well, I had to order these $50 custom mix eye drops, right? Which I think is bullshit and a scam. But if I don't get the eye drop, which they said they shipped yesterday or the next day after I ordered them, and if I don't get them by tomorrow, then I can't have the surgery because I have to have the eye drops, Sunday and then Monday. I'd have to call and reschedule the surgery.
That sucks.
This is turning into a bunch of bullshit. But they did say I could pay the copay, which is $300 per eyeball, the day of. So, not a prepay. That's good. So apparently if I don't pay the day of, I don't know, they use a rusty spork to pop your eyeball out or something.
Yeah, they use those wooden spoons they give you at the KFC.
Yeah, the spork.
Spork.
What they call them. Little spoons with the fork ends on them.
They started giving out now at some of these fast food places. They give you these wooden.
God.
They're like wooden, right? And I don't know about you, but it's worse for me. It's worse than paper straws. Like,
oh, dude, not the little wooden paddle thing, right? That you used to get with your ice cream when you were 5, and
it's
like hurts. It hurts your teeth.
It's like, how can you eat off of a wooden spoon? You're tasting the wooden spoon. You're not tasting what it's stuck into.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I'd rather just go caveman and use my hands instead of using that, because it ruins whatever you're eating, right? Just weird. And then paper straws too. It makes paper straws an improvement.
It's like paper straws wrapped in plastic. Wait, what? And doesn't your paper straw last about 3 minutes once you get it in the drink, and then it's all soggy? Or what, they coat it with wax or something? Or I don't know. I'll give you the quote for Quentin James. Fucking hippies. Look, dude, I want my plastic knife and fork. I want my Big Mac in that styrofoam container.
Oh, the styrofoam, yeah.
Yeah, fuck the dolphins. They kiss my ass. I want my Big Mac in styrofoam that's going to last longer than the planet when they bury it, right?
Hey, William De Silva, how's it going?
The chat, I can't, dude, this is actually scaring me a little bit. My right eye, I don't know if the cataract is getting worse. The cataracts came out fast, dude, my left eye, which the chat is just a blur.
Do you want me to say hello to people then?
Yeah, because my right eye is starting to get a little blurry too, even though,
Okay. All right. We got Blue Mox. Hey, Blue Mox. How's it going? William De Silva is with us. Daniel Barry Sports
I like.
Highlights 5850. Oh my God. Hello. Cushman's with us. Dartboard, welcome. Papa Blue. Okay. Dr. Kramer? Probably repeating myself already. What else we got? There's Sandra. Welcome. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Am I
I'll see that guy.
superstitious?
Oh, I can see that pretty good.
There
I
you
have right in front of me, like right at the end of my finger. I have a 24-inch monitor, so I got a big monitor here. I can see that. Hello, everybody there. I'm just gonna have to go through and do that.
There you go.
Oh, there's somebody saying hi to you.
There's
Bill.
Russell Markard. Hey, man. Nice to see you. There's
Sandra chick.
Chuck Verde. Yeah. Johnny Heartbreaker. Welcome.
Oh, it's today, Friday the 13th again.
Yeah, I guess so.
Whoa. Johnny Heartbreaker. Yeah, getting old ain't for Cindy.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I mean, you're a little older than me, but I'm already seeing stuff that, happens to you that it's just out of the blue and has never happened before. And you start getting these ailments that it's like, what the fuck?
Like you just get up out of bed and pull your shoulder. What was that? What shit? You lean over to get some ice out of the freezer and you throw out your back and
I'm starting to get psoriasis and I've never had it in my life. And all of a sudden I'm getting it on my elbows. I'm getting it on my...
I get a little bit on my right arm. Like if I scratch too much, you'll see some like little blood spots on the...
No, it's like you got a scab that never heals. It just...
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Where did that come from? And then
I don't know,
You
dude.
don't go to a doctor for that. I mean, it's not
Right,
painful.
yeah.
It doesn't itch. It's like, am I going to go see a doctor because I got some,
No. Yeah, they never told me about this in third grade health class. Enjoy it while you can, youngster, because it's only downhill from here.
It is all downhill, yeah.
Oh, go shit! Hold on. I explained the Les Paul. Which one is that? Is that a new one or an old one or?
No, that's not new. I've had it for a while. This is the one I bought out of a trunk of a car. Yeah, it's
Is that the one from a kid whose mom was with him? Is that the tried to get you to pay a little less or something?
That's never happened, dude. You got me mixed up with somebody else.
Or maybe you sold one to a kid who was with his mom and
No,
wanted to give you less or something. Okay.
And I think
it might have been. Maybe I got you confused with Jimmy Biter, who smashed the guy in the face with the McDonald's tray. That was.
Well, I have a microphone that I've been trying to sell, and I think I finally got a guy today that's legit. But I had this guy last week, and he's like, this was Friday. He goes, can I meet you tomorrow at such and such a time? So then I message him on the next day. I'm like, are you doing this or not? And I said, okay, meet me here, blah, 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 right? So I was supposed to go to a buddy's place, and it's like, okay, this shouldn't take long. So I go to meet the guy, and the guy's like, oh, I'm in basically 20 minutes from me. And he's like, oh, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I'm right here, whatever, right? 20 minutes goes by.
Oh, boy.
And then I message him again, and it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, you said you wanted cash, so I had to go to the bank. Yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. And I'm talking about a $45 microphone. It's not like you had to take out hundreds of dollars, right? So anyways, so I'm waiting another 20 minutes, and then I'm like, fuck this, right? While I'm texting the guy, I get a message, I'm here, and then I go to find him, right? So there he is with this lady in this car, and it's like, okay, it's like, I hand him the mic, he hands me the mic, so I give him the mic, and he's looking at it, and he goes, and she's looking at it, can we test it? I'm like,
What am I? I'm plugging it into my cigarette lighter?
What are you gonna test it on? It's like, I said, you want to test it? We'd have to go to a music store, this and that, whatever. And then I'm like, look, I'm not gonna sell you a mic that doesn't work. I go check my ratings because you know you have
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
sold
yeah.
a bunch of shit. My ratings are, you know. And then I know I'm looking at it. I'm like, you really think I'm gonna sell you a broken mic? I mean, the thing is brand fucking new because I hardly used it, right? I don't think maybe I never used it. I can't remember. And there's like, you know, and then there's that look. Well, you know, I understand, but we need to test it. I go, you need to test it, and I said, fuck off. And I grabbed the mic. I was fucking livid. They killed an hour of my fucking set.
Oh my god.
You know, and for $45, like you're not fucking, you know, you're not selling the lung to pay for this thing. It's like a little cheap microphone. Like my god, you know, it's just oh.
I sold that Black Strat one with the 3 single coils that I got, and I met the guy in the Wendy's parking lot. He minivan. He opens up the side door and he's got this like battery powered crate amp. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, he plugs in, hands me the cable, and he goes, "Can you play it?" yeah, I can. Yeah, see, everything works. You know, yeah. Oh, okay.
You know, what blew my mind is I sold a compressor pedal to this guy a few years ago, right?
I didn't think you'd ever sell that. I mean, I really didn't.
I finally managed to find a guy because he loved that compressor. He had one and he wanted another one. Anyways, so I go, all right. He goes, like, I'm going to meet you at this place. He goes, but I want to test it. I'm like, ooh. I said, what do you test it? He goes, don't worry about it. So I had to wait for this guy. He had a rig in the trunk of his car.
Oh my god!
Where he pulled a guitar out of the trunk of his car. He plugged this compressor in, plugged it into, hey Blue Mox. He plugged it into like I guess an amp, and he's there playing it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, it
for fuck's sake, yeah.
Okay, you're not auditioning for me, right? Just just
yeah. Not a $7,000 pedal.
No, you know, it's Jesus, you know. But I think I got a buyer today though for that same microphone, and the guy's like, I'll pay you ahead of time. You ship it to me. It's like, okay, now we're talking to an adult, right?
I put that Gretchen, you know, Marketplace, and it wasn't 3 minutes after I posted it, I get like 5 instant messages about, yeah, let me send you this code number, and you respond back to make sure it's real, and it's the exact same message from like 4 or 5 different people. I'm like, what scam is this? Go fuck yourself. You know, a guy wants to trade, you know, $200 in a Squire Strat, or some guy wanted me to donate it to a school. Yeah, okay, I'll get right on that.
You know what I don't get is why the first question is this available? It's like,
yeah.
Are you reading the ad?
Yeah.
No, I just post things that I don't want to sell.
And you even put, if the ad is up, it's still available. You know,
and then I went back and I put that in, and I go, no trades, cash only. It's like,
right. Oh yeah, you put all that.
$45 microphone. Meanwhile, I go buy this out of a trunk of a car. I don't take a practice amp, nothing. The guy hands it to me. I just try it out.
You look at it. You strum it a few times.
Strum it a few times. Okay, whatever. I bring it home. And this is a little more than a $45 microphone, you know.
That's at least $75.
Oh,
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not Gibson with a P, so okay, that's good.
Gibson with a J.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, Steve is apparently his daughter brought home the funk, and he has the funk, like not the good, like wah funk. Got the I got the dribbles funk or so, I don't know, but he says he's not going to be on.
So you want to do some jamming, or what do you want to do? Blue Mox got his guitar ready.
Yeah, you just want to shut up and
chomping at the bit there.
No, I'm okay. I'm chilling.
Oh, maybe it's me that's chomping at.
Here, we'll reverse this song a little bit. It's in minor. So Hack, you go ahead, and then Chris, and then I'll look at your all's volume as we go on here. Woo!
Woohoo!
Pedals go.
Whoop, drop my pick. Damn it. Oh, another wall. I'm getting there. Oh, there he is. But like I said, Chad, man, I just can't fuck. I don't know.
Hey, Gene. Hey, John.
Hey, Chris, your mic's a little bit loud.
I can fix that here. Is that
Okay.
Is that better? Is that better or more?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
There?
If
Is
I
that better?
If I click on a name, I can read who it is and who's in here. And oh shit, hold on, damn it.
Thank you, Dr. Kramer.
Yeah, hold on, gotta do. Hey, it's good, James. That's not part of that song, but hey,
Great band.
dude, do you ever watch the? I'm sure you do. The story about a band is they're usually like 6 to 8 minutes long, and they're all just either screwed by their management, the record label. They hate each other. One guy makes all the money, and two of the guys hung themselves in their garages. It's just like, for fuck's sake, they're all just such sad stories. It's like,
Yeah.
God.
I loved that band.
Ah.
Hey, Brian S.
Brian Stewart in here causing
Hey,
trouble.
Brian.
He got a new guitar, didn't he?
What day is it? I shouldn't tease him. He's got great shit though. You know.
Well, he got a
really
Corvette. I know that. You still got the vet?
I think. Yeah.
I remember they had a hurricane down there, and he had to drive. He wasn't worried about his house. He's like, I got to get my Corvette the fuck out of here.
I got to get my guitars in my Corvette.
Yeah. The wife can take a Uber.
Priorities, man. Wife, I didn't even know I was married. I gotta go.
I changed the numbers on the front of the house, and she still found her way home. Yeah, he still has the vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been buying some new guitars. Yeah, I gotta offload some stuff, but I don't know. You know, if I don't want to end up offloading it and then turning around a year later and
Buying it again.
shit, you know.
Yeah,
Such as a $45 microphone.
I've heard you've done that three
Right.
times now.
I've done it. I did it with that Ernie Ball.
Yep.
That I did it with that one. I did it with.
You did it with the Firebird,
I
right?
did it with a Firebird, yeah. And it was like, and the exact same Firebird, same year, same everything. So it was like totally a 1-to-1. And then I guess you could argue I did it with a Telecaster too, although the, they're not exactly the same. Like the newer one
But
is actually
similar,
the better one.
yeah.
But they're both Telecasters, so you could argue it's the same thing. But yeah, but I got to unload some stuff here. It's getting ridiculous. You know, I'm even thinking maybe a Les Paul might go. I don't know.
The first guitar I got after the debacle of my life, where I lost my house and all my worldly possessions, and all that stuff, was it's the Squire like Affinity Telly, right? But it was the 2 humbucker with the 2 volume 2 tone. It looked like the 70s.
That's what I got.
Reissue.
They call
But
it
it was
a
a
deluxe.
It was a 4-bolt. Yeah, it was a Squire Deluxe,
They
right?
call it, yeah, when it's got 2 humbuckers, a telly, they call it a deluxe. The 70s one, I think, is when the humbucker's in the neck and it's a single
yeah.
coil in the bridge. That's
Well,
like the
That was a fat telly back in my day because I had one of those.
yeah.
Too.
That's like
But
the
I got it for like $180 at this music store, and I'm like, oh man, I always wanted one of these, but it's a Squire. But I learned a long time ago. Well, fucking pick it up at least, and like, holy shit, this thing plays great, you know. And it's like,
It sounded good.
yeah. And I bought I went to Musical Round, which is a franchise used store. They buy and sell used here. So I had to get a. Now, don't laugh. It was $80. It was a Spider 2 75-watt 112 combo, and
solid state must be.
oh yeah, dude. But it was, I mean, for my, for a little bedroom jam, it's pretty fucking good. But anyway, I wound up selling the telly, and to this day, I don't know why I sold the damn thing. It was a great little guitar.
Right, once you got a 112 in the room, you got a little punch, right?
Oh
So,
yeah. Well, no, because the louder it got, the worse it sounded.
the worse it got.
Yeah, if you're trying to jam with a
Yeah.
drummer, a 75-watt, even solid state combo is loud, but the louder the Spider got, the worse it sounded, dude. It was bad.
Started falling apart.
But oh god, at lower volumes, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it had like a clean channel, the 80s chorus and delay, and then like kind of a Stevie Ray, a little hotter Stevie Ray, and then a great Marshall sound, a little hot rodded Marshall sound. And of course, the Insane channel was, of course, my favorite.
The Insane channel.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like essential guitars that you have to have, my number one is obviously this, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But my number, like if I only had to have 2, it would be this, and it would probably be a Telecaster. I'll take a Telecaster over a Strat any day of the week because
but
Telecasters are they'll give you that same kind of thing, but they got more. They're like a ballsy sound. Like you can play hard rock. Well, I mean, look, the first Zeppelin record was on a Telecaster, and a lot of heavy metal guys actually use I play Green Day on a fucking Telecaster with a single pickup, right? You can do it, right?
And a single coil, but not like a hot rodded stack single coil, right?
No, just the regular,
Dude, my telly, the first thing I did was I put a chopper, a telly chopper in the bridge, which is the Richie Kotzen pickup. After he heard my telly, he's like, I need to put one of those in my guitar.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I couldn't. It's like, no. And then my main Strat I had forever had a chopper in the bridge of that one, which wasn't a super high output. I mean, it was higher output, but it wasn't like the, Tube Screamer challenge pickup.
Yeah, my first guitar was a Lotus Strat, which was all single coils with a horrible locking system, which was just some hardware out of a hardware store.
God. What do you have, a C-clamp on it?
C-clamps.
It literally had little bolts and nuts that held it down in the back. Yeah. And I changed out the bridge for a DiMarzio hot rail, which instantly it sounded cool compared to these horrible single coils that were in it. So then I got it, and I should have just kept it the way it was. It was a beautiful seafoam green, but I should have just left it. But oh no, I painted it black, and then I could have just left that. But no, I decided to strip the paint off of it.
But no.
And when I stripped the paint off of it, I realized it was plywood, and you could see like through.
Oh, God.
This horn. There was parts you could see through it where the filler fell out. Yeah. Yeah.
My first guitar was a Fender Music Master. I went into the store to get this white off-brand Strat, but the guy he said, this is a Fender. And I'm like, oh, okay, Fender's good, right? A Music Master, if you take the pickguard off, it's routed out like a Mustang, right? A single coil in the bridge, single coil in the neck. Well, a Music Master just has a single coil in the neck. And I'm going home trying to play AC/DC, and I didn't know. I got a Fender.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, my first
I had no
guitar
clue what I was buying.
My first guitar looked just like this. Except it was double creams, and it didn't say Gibson on the headstock. It said Univox.
Yeah, you know. My
That's
next guitar was a Gibson SG. It's like a, I don't know, 1979 or something with the Bigsby. All I know is it was white, it's cool looking, and I loved AC/DC. I had no idea how much trouble that Bigsby was going to be.
Yeah.
And I bought a Super Distortion and a Super Tube. The black ones, put that in the neck and the Super Distortion bridge. But it wasn't, and I had a Fender Super Twin, and it wasn't until I got the Big Muff that I became the guitar god that we all know and love today. A Big Muff through 180 watt, all tube, 212. Fuck yeah. That amp, I swear it must have been 130 pounds. It's probably under 100, but God, jeez. I can still smell it, though.
I told you about my first amp. It was my Sanyo boombox with a Metal Zone pedal in front of it.
Oh,
I still have that, by the way. All the other small amps are gone. I still have.
You could have been in a grunge band and been famous.
Yes.
Had a secret rig. Whose radio's talking? Whose radio's talking?
That's my.
Hack, I got the baseball game on the background. I know it's not football, but at least there's a ball in there and guys are running around. And every once in a while there might be a fight if somebody hits somebody with the ball, so it's still not the same as football, though.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah. I tell you what, guys, I will have a lot going on
Hey, shut up, girl!
Yeah. I'm gonna bail. Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, man. Yeah,
I got a
thanks
lot
for coming
going
on.
on here.
Yeah,
so.
no worries.
Hey, peace out, guys. Good to see y'all.
All right, take it easy.
I'll see you in chats. Take care, guys.
Yeah, bye.
So, yeah, my first amp was a PV Backstage.
Yeah.
Solid
rehearsed.
State, of course. You know, I don't
I
know how many
rehearsed.
watts it was.
Maybe mine was an Audition 110. It was tube. It was EL84s, a 10-inch. But like rehearsals for the first few weeks, I mean, full stack, drums loud, decent sized PA in a basement, and it's like, we can't do this anymore. We can't rehearse at a fucking almost stage volume, dude. I'm gonna blow my head off. I'm gonna blow my ears out. And we wound up, the drummer would turn his snares off, wouldn't hit his cymbals real hard, and the singer sang through a little powered mixer through a 12-inch floor monitor, and I had that little. Because we're learning the songs, Too many people are like, "No, we need to be loud," and dude, you can't play for 2 hours in a room.
No,
Well, you do, yeah, you do, because you'll just after a while you'll damage your hearing, man. You can't because we rehearse 2 nights a week all throughout the career of the band. We're always. You gotta. Well, here's the new Pearl Jam. We gotta learn that one.
Well, I rehearsed on Wednesday, and we're in this giant, like it's a really big size room. The drums on a riser.
Yeah.
There's a like a big bass cabinet with a head on it. I'm always playing out of was it JCM 2000 DSL, whatever the fuck it's called, which is a 100-watt Marshall head with a cab. And what I do is I turn the cab so it's facing me, right? So it's like sideways, right? So it's not hitting the other guys, it's hitting me, and I just bathe in its glory because I've got it usually about.
Oh my god!
I'm usually pushing like 5, right? And I mean, it would be enormously loud if there wasn't other stuff happening, but at 5, and I'm still hitting a bit of a lead boost when I go to when the solos come. But you know what, man? It sounds fucking glorious, man. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it wasn't until I got on stage to play where all the gloriousness of 2 412s rattling the back of your skull, because we didn't have that problem with you're too loud and you need in-ear monitors. Well, I'm not a homosexual, so I can't.
Well,
Dude, there is nothing like when your guitar, you hold a note, your guitar starts feeding back, and the neck of the guitar is vibrating because there's so much air. Oh my god, I'm getting a hard on.
Okay. And then the funny thing is when I do a gig, 9 times out of 10, I'm either playing out of a 40-watt Marshall combo, or if it's like we gotta be quiet, or if it's a smaller place, I'm playing the whole gig out of a 20-watt Blues Junior.
Oh
Fender,
god.
right? And I mean it's at my behind me, and it's I got them on amp stands and that, but I mean
Hold on just a second. Wait, say Rondi! Come on.
Hey
Come
John.
on and play. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so I only get to play out of the big stuff is when I'm rehearsing, right? Which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But no in-ears or anything. It's funny. I had these earplugs made up with like and they were like molded to my ear canal, and they had a filter in it and everything else, because there was a point where like my tinnitus was really bad, right? So I'm like, okay, I got to start using. So I would put them in, and then I would play, and it was horrible. I mean, I wasn't feeling the power. There was no like, it's like playing in a vacuum. I mean, there was no, what I mean?
I gotcha.
So like within, a minute, one came out, and then it's like, okay, let me try with just one, and then that lasted about another minute, and then that one came out, and those things are still sitting in the case. Like, fortunately, I didn't pay for them. Like, I got a work thing paid for it, but I can't play with those things. I can't play with. I'm now in-ear monitors is a different thing. I've never tried that. So
I never have either.
On that, but earplugs, no way, man. And these again, they were not like off the shelf. They were like made for my. It doesn't matter.
I used to use the little cheap foamy. You roll it up, cram it in. But I'd put it in my right ear so I could still hear my guitar and like the floor monitor out of my left ear, right? And then the right ear, because the drummer's on my right, and it kind of helped me to hear myself singing. But after like the start of the third set, my left ear would be kind of blown, so I'd pull out the right one and go, oh my god, I can hear everything again. And then by the end of the fourth set, I'm just humming. Both my ears are just ringing. So, well,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the tinnitus for me, I know exactly when it happened, or like I don't know if it's an accumulation thing, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back, but I know exactly what caused it and where it happened. And I was playing a show. It was like, I think, how many bands were there? I think there were like 3 or 4 bands in this bar, and I was in 2 of them. Did I play? Or I may have played in 3 of those 4. I can't remember. This is when I used to play in a bunch of bands.
Well, this is back when you had bigger amps and you were loud on stage, not like today, right?
No, it wasn't. And it wasn't the amps, and it wasn't that. What caused it was the fucking ride cymbal. The drummer on the ride cymbal. So, I mean, we stopped playing, and it's like that right. Like, he stopped, but the right signal.
Isn't that
symbol,
the bell, the ping of the
yeah,
bell?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and it stayed in my ear, and it
yeah,
was like it. You know, your brain over time. I think. I mean, I don't think it ever goes away. I think it's just your brain kind of like learns to ignore it. But before that takes place, like I couldn't fucking sleep, man. I had to have the window open. There had to be some kind of background noise
yeah.
because dead silence would like it would just drive me fucking batty. It was terrible for a while, but over time, you know, I guess your brain just kind of rewires itself or whatever it
Right,
is, and
right.
you know, and you just live with it, right? But yeah,
My most painful symbol was a damn. Uh, it's not a china. That's the one that goes like this, and then the lip comes up.
oh,
It's a
the you're talking about like the Chinese crash,
splash or
China symbol, yeah,
yeah. That it sounds like a goddamn garbage
yeah,
can lid.
just
It's
like
an
yeah,
it's an effect symbol, and it's just like I hated that. And we had a drummer just hit really hard, and he would use that as an effect, and it was one of those frequencies that just God, dude, it's just going. And that's why I like the earplug in the right ear because he was, and it was on his right side, you know, and I'm
mm.
stage left, so it's as far away as it can be, but still, it's like, oh, I hated that thing.
You know, I mean, I can't play with a drummer that doesn't hit hard. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
if
know,
they're a
it's
little ticky tick tick, dude,
like
hit them. Turn your sticks around the other way and hit the
yeah,
fucking thing.
I mean, I cannot stand playing with a drummer that doesn't hit hard because for me, like the excitement, if you will, of playing in a band is me playing with the drums because I don't even know there's a bass player in the room
I don't either.
until he hits a
Exactly.
bum note. Then when he hits a bum note,
Exactly.
it's like somebody just threw like a pail of water on me. Like, what the fuck is
Right.
that? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But like, and I don't listen to vocals. I don't listen to anything. It's just the drums and the guitar, and that's it. And so, like, if the guy's just going ting ting ting, it's like there was one drummer I played with, best drummer I've ever played with in my life, and unfortunately, I got to play with him for a few years. And when you're with a drummer like that hits hard and is at a certain level, your game just goes up like 3 or 4 points, like
Yeah.
automatically, right? You're playing out of your skin, right? And
Amen. Amen.
it just really just pushes you and drives you because you want to match that amazing drumming on the guitar. And to this day, like I only play with drums. I don't play with, you know, I don't follow the bass. Like I said, I don't even know the guy's in the room until he plays something.
I had to hear the vocals and hear them loud, but mainly it was I like kick and snare, but as long as I could really hear your snare, I was fine. The louder the kit, the better. But as long as your snare was nice and loud, and like if I had to hear the singer to know where I was in the song. We never had any problem not hearing the singer.
No, no. I mean, that's it. But again, I don't like, it's just background noise, right? Like, you know, the only
But
thing
yeah, the
that is,
bass player, I could care less until he hits a bad note.
yeah, you know,
What is that? Did I
yeah.
do something?
And if the drummer flubs a beat, that's another throwing the
Yeah,
bottle, you know,
yeah.
and water in the face. What the fuck was that? You know, like a little stutter thing. Like, what are you doing? You know, the fuck, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
playing live is there's no comparison to like what we're doing here. Playing along with the CD, dude. It's don't it stop. Yeah, well, I can play long great to you know all this and that, dude. Go play. Go get in a room with a drummer.
you know, it's. I mean, it's that, and well, there's okay, but then there's playing with people in a rehearsal thing, right? But then it's a whole other level when you're playing in front of people, right? 'Cause then that red light syndrome kind of
Oh yeah,
takes
yeah.
over, right? It's like, okay, you know, you're because I like to this day, you know, uh, I'm like, I'm not unless it's a really good night. I'm usually about 80% of what I can do sitting here and what I do in a live gig is about 80% of what I can do here, right? I'm never, unless that's a really good night, when they have those nights where like it's just kind of effortless. No, no,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they don't happen often, and I, if we could bottle that, you'd be a millionaire.
Like,
But most of the time it's like I'm doing 80%, or if I'm feeling really inspired, I might hit the 90%. But because I do wing stuff when we're gigging. I not everything is pre-planned.
sure.
I'd be
Yeah.
coming out of my fucking skull if it was, right. So, but yeah, but so there's like that red light thing. I mean, so it's like, okay, playing with other people. That's like rehearsing. That's how you get your time, right? Your time, and be able to lock in and get in the pocket, because 99% of the time you're playing rhythm. You're not playing lead, right? So you got to
Right.
learn to lock
Exactly.
in with the snare and that, right?
Yep.
So there's that. That's where that kind of comes in. And then when the solo comes in, it's like you got to be on. Boom! It's got to be there. It's got to be fluid. It's got to be on. But taking that and then doing it in a bar, or anywhere where there's a crowd, then that's like a whole other fucking thing, right?
It's funny. I would get really nervous like day before. Like if we're gonna play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wednesday, I'm just nervous. And so
Mm.
Thursday, we get there, and I'd get up on stage, and I'd be really nervous for about the first 30, 45 seconds. Then I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, once.
And that was almost to the end of I stopped playing. Just would do that. I mean, you
Yeah.
hear a lot of guys, big time Def Leppard guys are like, "Oh, I still puke before every gig." It's like, really? God damn.
I mean, and then there's that whole thing like, okay, now, if you're playing somewhere like, you play a rehearsal, you kind of know what your sound is going to be, and you can control your sound, you can tweak da 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 da. But, when it comes gig time, and I mean, I don't even know why we call them our sound checks are a fucking joke. Like, cause usually they don't want you to do a sound check for very long,
Yeah,
so
you
our
tap
sound
on their
checks.
mic and there's your level
Yeah,
check.
there's your
All
sound
right,
check. Oh,
let's
you hit the
go.
guitar. Oh, it made a sound. There's your sound check. And so when you start doing the gig, that's when you kind of feel, okay, this is what the room sounds like. And then when people are in there, then it sounds completely different
Oh
again,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it usually takes me like the whole first set. In between songs, I'll be like tweaking pedals and amp EQs and all this kind of stuff. And then you'll get used to what it sounds like in that environment, and then you can kind of, okay, now I know what I'm doing. I can hear myself, I can hear everything, and then you can kind of go for it a little bit. But that's the beauty of having like a guy out, like these front of house guys doing everything, and you're just up there and you got a
Yeah, we
monitor.
had our own sound man. So
Yeah, I don't
and
have
he
any
would
of that shit, dude.
he would walk on stage sometimes right in the middle of a song while we're crowd and everything, and just walk up to my amp and turn. I had a drum claw. LP Latin Percussion makes those drum claws because they would clamp on the side of that boogie cabinet,
Hmm.
and then they would come out, like that, and they wouldn't fucking move. Once I set SM57 on the
Yeah.
inside cone, it wouldn't fucking move. I love those things. No boom stand or little stand that's gonna get kicked. But one time he walked up and just, I saw him just move the mic a little bit, and I'm like, fuck, he's out front. I don't hear what's coming out of the PA.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, that's big time stuff for me. I mean, I could count on one hand the amount of times I've actually had a sound man, and monitors. Fucking, I can count on one hand how many times I've
Dude,
had.
it wasn't until we got a monitor board, which was it was a PV, like a 16 channel, but it's a dedicated monitor board, right? So you come, like I'd come out of my 57, and then it goes into a splitter cable, and one goes to the snake for the front of house, and the other goes to the monitor board. And a 16 channel means if you got 16 mics on stage, each monitor can have one of 16 different microphones coming out and be different for each one. Because I'm like, dude, I don't even put any bass guitar anywhere near my monitor. I don't care, right?
Yeah, like when when I do these, and I did a lot of them last year. I don't know. So far I'm only booked to do one this year. When I do these big outdoor things, right, where they have a sound guy and there's like multiple bands, you play for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then you're up there and you're totally at the mercy of these sound guys, and you get the tiny. Sometimes they don't even do a sound check. They just play, and then they do it on the fly, and then you gotta. Then that's a whole other thing too. Now you're on the big stage, you got the monitors, and I tell the guy, like, in the monitor, all I want to hear is the drums and the vocal. I don't want any bass either, right? You know, and then you're at the mercy of backline, right? And 99%, it's they must use the same fucking beat up
Hot Rod DeVille,
right? And it's like, you know, you plug into it and you hit a chord and it sounds like mud. It's like, oh my God. And that's what you're hearing on the stage, right? You're hearing basically mud, you know, and you're playing whatever, and, you know, and then you're like, man, it sounds like complete ass up here. I hope to hell it sounds good out there. And funny enough, like, you know, friends of ours or whoever will, like, you know, record it, and I'll hear it back and I'm like, wow, it actually sounded like, you know, decent.
Yeah, okay,
there, right? You know, I mean, because these guys are doing like, they'll have 10 bands in a day, you know, everybody goes up for an hour, and then, you know, and then they got to get their shit on, you get your shit on, boom, 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 okay, this works, okay, go, you know, it's like.
And they don't, you know, honestly, I'm sorry, they don't give a shit. As long as sound's coming out, and you can hear some voice maybe, and, that's kind of.
Last year, like, we did a lot of these outdoor things last year, and the hottest days of the year were like some of the days that I had to play live, and I'm talking about extreme heat, so hot that the guitar was hot.
Oh God!
The fretboard was hot. I could feel the heat coming off the fretboard, and the sun is like, they're covered over, but the angle of the sun was like right on me. And I'm talking, and they're throwing fucking water bottles on stage for us because we're like about to keel over, drinking fucking water, and, you know, that was crazy, man. You know, when you're playing in that extreme heat, you know, and then you get the gunk on the neck, you know, by the time you're done, there's like a layer of sweat, you know,
sweat and dust. We had sponsorships like Budweiser and Miller Beer. We were a Budweiser band, and they wanted us to play the state fair, which is in August, outside. And I told the guys, I said, I will quit this band if you guys want to play the fair. I'm not playing outside when it's 110 degrees with 90% humidity. And everybody else was like, I'm never playing the state fair. No, I'm not going anywhere near the state fair. It's like, and it wasn't like, oh, fuck, it's, you know, it's $3,000 a night. You know, I still wouldn't have done it because I'm not, like you say, it's just fucking miserable. And I don't deal with the.
And the time slots, you know, like I think this year we're doing it. It's kind of like a state fair. That's a good thing, way to describe what they're called Rib Fest, but I don't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, but they're kind of basically fairs, right? And then there's a time slot that you get, and I think the one that we're booked for is 1:00. You know, so it's like
as the sun's the highest,
the hottest time. Oh, but we'll get on at 1, and we'll, you know, you can have your ribs and go home, and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, 1:00, right? So it's gonna be, you know, scorching hot. You know, I don't know. We'll see it. We're talking. I don't know if it's in July or.
And even 9 or 10 at night, it's still so humid. You're like, dude, I don't even want to be outside sitting smoking a cigar. It's just too fucking. It's miserable, you know. And
that's the best, dude. When it's
all the gnats are out and fucking skaters.
Warm at night, having a stogie and a scotch. That's
that one is 90 and 90% humidity. Oh. Well, you're not in Kentucky, and I'm in the Ohio Valley, right? So we're in a valley, and it just sits on top of us. And because of this mountain ridge, like a little north and northwest of us, it just sits and doesn't move, dude. It's just nasty. You walk outside and you got that, like, it's so thick and heavy, and you're like, I'm going back inside.
Yeah. I don't know what do we want to do here. Chuck Berry is going to be on in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We
Oh,
don't have to do another song if you don't want. We can just.
yeah, let's not do another song. Yeah. Because I'm scrolling through and it's the same shit I've been doing. You know, it's the. You want to do the Gently Weeps?
What?
Eric Clapton, or we could do. You're not going to want to do the Comfortably Numb, probably in B minor.
Oh, I see if I can find a pillow.
Here, we'll try this one. If you want to do this one, tell me. Hold on.
Let's hear it. Oh, while my guitar gently weeps. What key
Yeah.
is it in?
It is A minor. What do you know? It's gonna need some wah. There you go. I do see this. We have boobs. Yeah, we have boobs. I did manage to see that one. Wait, hold on. Stop. Where's the no, stop. That's enough.
Perfect ending.
That's enough there.
Let's go see
to
Charles.
to the chat, my right eye is, I don't know. My left eye is a big blurb, which I should get the surgery Monday. Hopefully, if I get the eye drops back to around. The whole go.
Stream.
The whole. Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to put your hand in front of the camera. Like, stop. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hey, it's quit. Wait, did I do that already? Okay.
No photos, please.
Yeah, I was trying to do a GoFundMe, but, you know, instead of putting, I put Quentin James instead of James Quentin Billieu, which is actually my name, and I already had an account with GoFundMe. And I'm going back and forth in the email, so I did a PayPal thingy, but I think I might continue that on Sunday, maybe. We'll see how Steve's feeling about that good stuff, and but it's just for my eyeballs and past medical bills that I'm up to about $1,800. I just asked you for some help, man.
Well, that's why I messaged you, right? Because you're saying, I don't know my PayPal, this. I'm like, oh, fuck. Who did I just send money to? I got some kid in Korea buying, popcorn because I sent him money. Like, I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Shit. Anyway, yeah. Hack, thanks for coming in, man.
No worries, man.
We'll go do a little GT raid over at Charles and Mitch's, and we're going to